Ladies and gentlemen, Master Chief Benjamin David James Carney. Hello. I'd like to start out first by thanking everybody for coming here today. I sure appreciate you being here on a Friday that could be an off day, but you're here for me, and I sure appreciate that. I'd like to thank Chris Morgan. Chris, I knew I could count on you to tell some really good lies for me, and I really appreciate it. It's good. You kind of talked for a long while. I don't know why you went so long on that.
I don't know.
And as you can see, folks, I had Chris do the majority of the heavy lifting on the speech stuff. Made it easy for me. I don't want to go into the details because I don't want to cry. Do it. That's okay, because Chris is used to picking up my slack. There's nothing new there. Okay, well, I'd like to say thank you to my family for being here. Mom, of course, my sisters Kate and Mary Beth, my brother-in-law Steve, aunts Judy and Mary, and my beautiful nieces and nephews, Laura, Brenna, Kevin, David, named after me, by the way, and Jimmy. And my mother and father-in-law, Susie Oberg and Ken Oberg, and Mike and Kelly McClure as well. Thanks for coming. Also, my good friends, the Eckerts, the Shanahans and the O'Briens, for coming this long way to be here with me today. It means an awful lot that you're here, and I sure appreciate it. I got to thank all the guys that are dressed up today, willing to be here to celebrate my retirement. Of course, Bill Bastable for doing the MC duties. For Chris Morgan for telling lies about me in front of everybody. For Chaplain Cathcart for doing this on such short notice. I think I gave him like 1 or 2 days to get prepared for this. He did an awesome job. I'm gonna get a copy of this speech. That was world class. Okay, for Mike Scott, for who you'll see later, and Brian Clements, Lothar Eckert, and Mary Ellen McLean. That was beautiful, Mary Ellen. That was perfect. And I wanted her to do that so she could pay tribute to Robbie and all the Navy wives, so I wouldn't have to do it and cry. And to Lothar Eckert, who's he's going to speak later, but one of my longtime P3 buddies, and of course to Roger for being my honor bosun. Thanks, Snoop. And my side boys, Rick Hammer, Keith Hammergan, Pat McLean, Pete Bevel, and Steve Harbison. Thanks, guys. I sure appreciate it. My sharp-looking Marines, AJ Rager and John Amborn. Thanks, guys. You got a lot of class in this whole affair. I appreciate it. To Joe Fang for doing the bosun mate of the watch duties. Thanks, Joe. And the rest of the M37 guys for helping set this thing up over here. Also to my flag detail, to Eagle Scout, Christopher Morgan, Chris's son, incredible. To Alex, who's a Navy JROTC ensign. Thanks, Alex, for being here today. And to the 2 guys that showed up from Moby Unit 2. You know, we don't have a lot of junior folks over at Naval Special Warfare Development Group, so I reached back to the UD community, to UD Moby Unit 2, and they said, absolutely, we'll send over a couple guys to stand in your flag detail. So I sure appreciate you guys coming over and taking your time to be part of my ceremony. It means a lot to me. To Petty Officer 2nd Class Chris Luzmeyer, to Petty Officer 1st Class Gary Simpson, to Chief Jeff Gillespie. We go back a long way. You're quite good, Jeff. Thanks for being here. I sure appreciate it. For Chief Mike Whitaker, and of course the Honor Guard from OSA School. I really appreciate you guys coming here and doing this today. It's probably the last time you'll see the Honor Guard from OSA School before they move to Great Lakes. So it's really appreciated that you're here today. Okay. And of course, Mike Whitaker from the UD Cell, who's my senior chief flag passer, and Pat McLean, who'll jump out of the sidebar ranks to pass the flag to me during that next ceremony. It's going to be great. You'll see. Well, I suppose that's the easy part. Saying the thanks is no problem. And I'm kind of wondering if anybody's taking any bets if I'm going to cry today. It's not going to happen. I got my groove on. Okay, well, I know a few of you guys know me pretty well, and you're probably worrying that I might talk a little too long or say a little too much, or possibly talk a little too fast, which I've been known to do in the past, and the outside possibility that I might drop an inappropriate F-bomb. That's not going to happen. Or that I might start crying. got that in there. Well, I'll probably do all those things, except I don't expect to get long-winded. There's really, I had Chris do all the hard work on the speech. I had him thank a lot of people for me so I wouldn't break down and cry, but you know, everything he said is heartfelt for me, and me and Robbie talked about it before, and you know, she knows how I feel, but I don't want to get up here and start weeping, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, so my speech, here we go. I worked on this thing almost for 2 hours this morning. So. Okay, so getting ready to retire makes you think about a couple of things. It definitely makes you wonder where the last 24 years has gone so quickly. I don't feel old, I don't know what happened there. Okay. It makes you realize you spent more than half your life in the Navy. When I started this trip, I had planned on doing about 4 years and leaving with a bucket full of money and going to college. I don't know what the hell happened. You know, if nothing else, a retirement ceremony is going to make you consider the rest of your life. So I did, and I figured something out. I'm a pretty lucky guy. If you'd asked me before this if I was lucky, I'd have probably said, not particularly, no. I said, I don't win at gambling, I'm never going to win at the lottery, and I'm not known for finding the good deal. That's just not me. But I think I'm lucky in other ways that maybe aren't so clearly defined, in ways that matter a lot more, in ways that stick with you. I know that I'm lucky to have been born an American. I've been to some truly shitty places in the world, and I know what we have here in America, and it's a pretty good thing. There's a lot of folks here that don't appreciate exactly how good we have it, but I know that I do, and I actually am thankful that I've had the chance to see some other things and say what a beautiful country we have and how good we have it. I know I was lucky to be raised in such a good family. I had loving parents who always put their children first, and they put up with all the stuff that I did in my old career in the Navy. I know I'm lucky to have a wonderful wife who loves me and puts up with all the stuff that I do in the Navy, and especially the last couple of years involved with the Cold War and terrorism, gone a lot, and all that stuff. So, and I'm not going to say a lot more about that because that would be it. Of course, I'm lucky to have 3 beautiful boys, Connor, Sean, and Ryan. You guys keep me strong and remind me every day what's important. And I know I've been lucky to have such wonderful friends. When you join the Navy, you're kind of forced to leave your original family behind. This can be difficult at first, but you end up growing a new family along the way, your Navy family. Your Navy family understands everything you are going through because they are going through it as well. They get you. Just like your real family, you laugh through the good times, and you are there for each other in the hard times. You share each other's triumphs, and you suffer each other's defeats. It's a very special thing, and you become pretty tight with your Navy family. So in that, I would say I'm very lucky, because I have 2 really great families. One of the things I look forward to today is to have my Navy family meet my original family. Note to my Navy family, if my original family starts yelling at you, don't be alarmed. It's just their way of saying they love you. I certainly feel lucky to have had the opportunities that I've had. Joining the Navy may not be good for everybody, but it was really good for me. I have to say that the Navy has pretty much delivered on every part of its bargain. I've been places and I've experienced things that I would never have imagined growing up in Glens Falls, New York. And throughout my career, I've been blessed with the opportunity to work with some truly outstanding people. Men and women who exemplify the very best qualities in a person. They understand sacrifice, and they live by the words of honor, dedication, loyalty, and courage. They're the kind of people who just make you better because you're around them. I guess you could say that I grew up in the Navy, and I know I've been lucky to have these kind of friends and mentors helping me along the way. I'm going to go off script here. I was going to try and name a bunch of names of all the people that have been impacted in my life, but I figured I might leave somebody out. But you guys know who you are. People that helped all along the way that showed me the right kind of man to be and the right way to be a leader, and I certainly thank you for that. Being an air crewman was a fantastic experience. Flying all over the world, chasing Soviet subs. Having a job that seemed to matter at the time, and being pretty good at it. Joining the EOD community and having the opportunity to work alongside Naval Special Warfare community, incredible. I could not be prouder than to have been even a small part of such an outstanding group. It's been a true honor and a privilege to serve with people of your caliber. And actually doing the job, well, that's been pretty good too. Diving, parachuting, demolition, shooting, fast boats, helicasting, rappel, fast roping. Everything that drove my mom crazy. Imagine getting paid extra to do the things you would have gladly done for free. Hell, I would have probably paid to do them. You probably don't need to let that get out though. Even better yet, doing these things with people who are just like you. They're your closest friends, your teammates, and they're some of the best people you will ever know. You forge an incredible bond with these people. I had 2 wonderful sisters growing up, but no brothers. But I can honestly say that I have hundreds of brothers now, and I have no doubt that I am lucky for that. Something else I have loved about Navy EOD is a constant challenge to continue learning. A good EOD tech never stops learning because our threat never stops evolving. The kind of things that are going on today in Iraq are proof of that. I just want to take a moment to reflect on what an incredible job that our EOD guys and our SEAL team guys are doing forward right now as we speak. I can say right now without the slightest hesitation that the current generation of EOD techs and SEALs out there operating today are the best there's ever been. As an old guy, I can routinely find myself in awe of what these new guys are doing on a regular basis.